So hi everyone and welcome back to Today's Sewing, where I take the fashions of years past, I make them up for my wardrobe today. And look, I know I have been really remiss in getting my videos uploaded. It has been a mad term, a mad year at school, and I have not had time to compile a lot of the videos that I've been putting together. As you can see, I'm madly working on one now, which is, this close to being finished. And I really hope to have that up by the end of the week. But I thought what I would do while I'm madly working on these and while I'm waiting for various videos that are on that to upload to that and all of that, is to make a little short and interesting, well, interesting for me video, maybe interesting for you. It's a bit of a departure, but this is to make something more of a hair accessory. You see, recently I've been looking at my hair, how I care for it. I've been looking into using natural hair products because, as you may or may not notice in some of my videos, Laurie features highly in my life, and Laurie, my lorikeet, loves to groom my hair. And I've been a bit worried about the chemicals in the shampoos, conditioners and whatnot that I've been using. So I've been looking into more natural hair care, and one place I ended up is on a forum called the Long Hair Community. And that's been a lovely group of people. Hello out there if any of you happen to find my sewing videos. And along with hair care for long hair, I've discovered the wonderful world of hair accessories. And one in particular that caught my eye recently is something called a Paranda. It's an Indian traditional hair accessory. What it seems to be, from what I can find in my research, is stranded yarn or stranded cotton that's a little bit longer than your plait, and it's incorporated into things like your plaits and braids and all of that to give a bit of colour, give a bit of thickness. Often the traditional ones have these lovely tassels at the end, so your long plait has this lovely decoration at the end as well. And I thought, well, that could be a little bit of fun. I do occasionally braid my hair and all of that, so why don't I give it a go? It should be fairly easy to do. So in the mail today I got this lovely satin cotton reel, and I was half thinking about doing some crocheting, but I reckon I might have enough here, not just for my crochet, but to also make myself one. Maybe if I'm going to do this when I do milkmaid braids, which I think could look quite cute, I might even make two thinner ones out of this, and I reckon I'll have enough of that as well as for my little crochet project. So I will probably try and make it out of this. Now, in theory it's going to have to be long enough to encompass my hair, which means I'm actually going to have to take it out, at least it's not as hot today, and sort of measure how long I'm going to want to make it. Now, if I were going to be braiding from the top there and going all the way through my hair, it would need to be long enough to go from there. Reality is I don't do it that often because I can braid really easily on somebody else's hair, but trying to do a French or a Dutch braid on my own, just more faff than I can worry about. I'm all for buns that take me not very long. So I think in reality it's probably going to be more something from about here. So that's where I might measure from to get sort of a rough idea. Follow my hair down to somewhere, oh, you probably can't even see it on here, but my hair ends up somewhere about where my seat is actually. Yep, I could just about sit on my hair if I'm not careful. So that makes it about 85 centimeters. Good heavens, that's from my base of my hair. Anyway, my Paranda needs to be probably at least another 10 to 20 centimeters longer than that. So, but look, easiest for me might be to make it about 1 meter long, because for me that's a fairly easy measure that I know how to sort of get half accurate. So I'll aim for 2 meter long Parandi, I guess is the plural, or is Paranda the plural? Parandi is the singular. I really should look this up. Yeah, so 1 meter. The thing is, you fold them over, so I'll need each strand of this to be 2 meters long. So that is what I'm about to do. Not sure how many strands I'm going to make. I'll sort of get started and see how full it looks and how full I think it needs it to be. Alright, so now we have 6 of these strands. We need to join them together, and it really is a bit like a basic weave. Think of it kind of like a triangle. That goes through there, that goes through there, and this one goes through here, like that. Then you just bring them together, and that makes a lovely, neat little knot. And really, that appears to be all that's needed. And then this just gets plaited in with your plait. I guess you could plait each one of these if you wanted, or give them a twist or do something, but that is it. So let's try it again with the other. Okay, so now that we've made the Paranda, here we go. We want to incorporate these 3 strands into the 3 strands of the braid, and this to sit underneath that plait. So I think what's going to be easiest is to actually sit it over the shoulder, sort of somehow. I'll turn this way so I can see in the mirror. Divide this into hopefully 3 fairly equal pieces. let's see how that goes. Now that I can kind of see what I'm doing at the front, I can work out where the Paranda is and see if I can't actually make sure it's kind of showing on the odd occasion rather than falling in the midst of all the hair, which is what I think it will tend to do. So I'll just keep sort of finding it in all this mess of hair so that it can occasionally be seen, is the theory. Come here. There you go, so you can kind of see how it weaves its way through, and certainly when you get to these ends it'll start to show an awful lot more because, well, ends are always a bit thinner. There we go. Luckily I'm not beyond arm's length. And what, I guess I could keep plaiting, but that's fine for me. So there we go. I think this one I'm going to like a lot more when I've got more grey going through my hair. I think this will look gorgeous in grey hair. Possibly in future I'll add a bit more thickness to this so that it can be seen a little bit more, but you know, for a first attempt I think it just makes these simple milkmaid braids that I'm going to do a lot more interesting, as I thought. So from here then it's just a matter of crossing over at the bottom, crossing over at the top, and throwing in a few pins just to hold it in place. Going to tuck those ends in under there, add a pin to hold all that mess. And there we go. I don't know how well all of that got seen. Normally I would have used something more like a ribbon or two to decorate these milkmaid braids, but certainly having the 3 strands joined together when you start the braid is really helpful. And the beauty with this is you could do a whole heap of things to it. I'm thinking I'm going to try make one with some beads in it even, to see what it looks like if it's thicker with beautiful little glittery glass beads all the way through it. Try it with different buns. Just try it. Really simple. So anyway, there we go. That's my first attempt at a hair tutorial. Probably I'll stick more to the sewing in future, but look, certainly keep an eye on the channel. I am so close to getting a video out, and hopefully you will see that real soon, and I will see you around. Have fun.